Alright, cooking lasagna, cats. Olive oil, pot. Got the heat on about 3/4 for that one. And we have not much heat. Cut. Go. What's that? Oi! Lasagna for cats. Beer, music. Poons in the driveway. Oil, olive oil. It's nice and hot now. 1 brown onion, chopped. Prepared that earlier. Listen to that sizzle. Alright, 3 cloves of garlic crushed. Get that shit in there. Oh matey wooden spoon. Looks like the one Mum used to beat us with. So when the onions are a bit translucent, as in cooking, dry herbs, chuck a good handful of that shit in there, or not handful, just a good tablespoon. I don't put it in first because it tends to burn. Cook all that shit in it. Kilo of your best foodies, premium mince. Very exciting. Chuck that minced cow in there. Now this might not be how everyone does lasagna, but it's how I do it, so I can do it. Okay. So this is beef stock. It's just one of these bad boys. Half a cup of hot water. Plonk that bad boy in there. After browning the mince for a while, you can use whatever beef stock you want. Doesn't matter. And then we just let that cook off for a while until all the watery stuff's gone and just leaves the beef stock in there. Alright, cool, we'll get on to the cheese sauce. So we got salted butter. Yeah, depending on who's here and how much of this stuff you're making. Like my sister, she just ate it for 3 days straight with everything. Alright, so we get a big lump of butter, probably about that much because there's a few fat bastards here at the moment. Fucking get that in that pot, it's nice and warm. So melt that down. Butter's melting on a pretty half heat. Yeah, so not too hot, otherwise you burn it. Then we get a sievie thing. It's a very technical term for a sievie thing. We just add enough flour to the butter, plain flour by the way. Plain. Ain't no bar, no flour. Just want to make a paste. More flour there. Not very technical. More thickened flour. And that's pretty good there. So you can see it's like pasty boy. Alright, cool. Then we get the full cream milk, which I've left on the bench to warm up a little bit. And I just add a little bit of milk at a time, so about that much. And we just want just enough milk to get it warm and start to thicken, and then we keep adding milk until it doesn't thicken anymore. see it's getting thick there, so I put a little milk in there. I don't add too much at once because it'll get cold and you can go and use it to plaster your walls with. Not much good for eating. Meanwhile, our awesome mince is going on in the background here. Look at this, dual tasking. Woo! It's almost as though I was smelling. Okay, so we've kept putting milk into the cheese sauce until it's stopped thickening. You can see it's still thickening on the bottom though. That's cool, it's looking pretty good there. Then we get the grated cheddar cheese. We just add this a bit at a time, melt it in. We just want to keep adding enough cheese until it doesn't taste like flour and milk anymore. We want it cheesy. When it starts to taste like cheese, I add a few good sized chunks of this bad boy. Probably about, I don't know, about a quarter of that. And then nothing out of there. And then a good sprinkle of that bastard. So you got a real nice 3 cheese sauce there. And a good cracket of cracked pepper. Okay, so we've boiled all the beef stock water off in the mince here. I'm going to add a tub of that shit. There goes tomato paste. Stir that through. Keep stirring your cheese sauce. I'm just adding grated cheese. See it's starting to look nice and thick there. Alright, I'll turn the heat right down on the mince too. We're about there now. And then diced tomatoes. Chuck a tin of those bad boys in. Saucy there now. Just when you thought you hadn't put enough tomato products in, look around for the bolognese sauce over here. Doesn't matter which brand, whatever's on special. Chuck that sucker in. That's pretty good. Ignore the hoon in the driveway. Stir that through and you're like, surely that is enough tomato. That's got to be enough tomato products. Fucking wrong! Big Red Heinz tomato soup. I used to put this in every now and then if it tasted a bit bland, but I put it in all the time now. Makes it nice and moist for lasagna. And then grab some basil, just rip the leaves apart, chuck that in there. Keeping a good eye out for grubs and grasshoppers, a bit of protein, and some fresh oregano, homegrown. Chuck that bad boy in there, just rip it up. I don't know why, it tastes better if you rip it up. Cutting it's for homosexuals. Rippity dip. Good couple of handfuls of each, so that looks pretty good. Stir that through. So I was always taught to put dry herbs in at the start and wet herbs in at the end, just for taste and non-burnies. Right, so that sauce is nearly done now. We get a bit of cracked pepper, like so. Once that's done, we'll let that just simmer there while we're doing the cheese sauce. I'll taste it before we put it together. You see the cheese sauce is thickening up there nicely. Still tastes like floury twat, so we're going to put a bit more cheese in there. The sauce is tasting cheesy now, so we've just got some chunks of the Mersey Valley. We'll stir that through. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is bloody cheesy as Ron Jeremy. No one. Then we get a handful of Parmesan cheese, not a handful, just a good pinch. It just gives a little bit of sharpness. Oh, and we're nearly ready to put our lasagna together. Bit of cracked pepper in there, for the hell of it. All those lumps will melt out eventually. Not that I can. Good. Turn the heat off on that bad boy. Turn the heat off on this bad boy. Need to preheat the oven to fucking timer thingy. Fan forced 180. Nothing left in there from 3 days ago. Alright, preheat that and then we'll put the lasagna together. Now,
why is that?
Bottom, just to stop the first layer of lasagna sticking. That's all it's there for, pretty much. If you put lasagna in there without that, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Now I've got the large instant lasagna. You might make your own. I don't have time for that shit. Apparently it tastes better. Don't care. Alright. Stick that bad boy on there. Another one of them bad boys on there. And then try. Oh yes, break that. Beautiful. Okay, and get a bit more meat. Meat on top there. Woo! Classy. You can do veggie, lasagna, or any of that shit. I don't. Okay. This is awesome cheese sauce here that people like my sister Jackie just can't get enough of. I think she might have actually taken a nice one home, I'm not sure. Yeah, just drizzle that on there. That'll spread out when you heat it up. Sign your name, draw a doodle, whatever you want. I've always enjoyed cooking this. It's pretty ad hoc. And we get some more of this pastry shit. Fuck it, we'll go this way this time. Just for shits and giggles. We're trying to overlap the pasta because it gets all hard and gluggy and there you go. Woo. More of the stuff on there. And you just keep doing this, man. Keep layering it until you run out of pot. Not pot. Alright, so this is the last layer. I always want the cheese sauce on the top, obviously, or it's just going to look like a big fucking mess. I always put out the cheese on the top. Don't worry about the holes, it'll all fill itself in. I'll save a bit of cheese sauce for something special. Alright. Oh my god, listen to your brother dragging the fucking thing out of the ground. Alright, and a little bit of Parmesan here. Sprinkle right over the top. Excuse your brother has left you behind. Well, you'll save it here anyway. Then, cover up. Alright, that goes in the oven for 35-40 minutes. She's been in there for about 40 minutes, so we'll pluck her out. Okay, so what I normally do now is I used to put it back in the oven uncovered. I'll still do the same, but I put it under the grill. So all we're trying to do now, sorry, I was salivating. All we're trying to do now is just to brown that top. So I've got the fan force grill on. I'm just going to poke him back in there and just grill the top of that so it's nice and brown. So we've been grilling this for about 10 minutes now, and I'm a little bit excited. Oh my fucking god! How good is that one? Okay, so the most important thing about lasagna, very, very important, is you do not eat it now. If you eat it now, you'll have a nuclear fucking fusion on your plate. Very important. You just cover it up and walk away. Have a beer, have two. Leave it alone for half an hour. That will serve a lot better.